Good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday, the 29th. I have to change my calendars. I have not been in here to do a vlog or anything like that in the last couple days, since at least the 20. I can't remember now. Um, and I'm sorry. We have been going through a lot, and I'm pretty sure most of you know this, so it's not like news or anything like that. I came on here for two reasons. One, to talk about what's been going on. Now, I appreciate, and I know Jeri Ann appreciates when she gets it on her channel, all the encouragement that you guys have been trying to give us, or have been giving us, due to my brother-in-law's untimely death. Oh, that's just a green light saying that I'm recording. I'm sorry. My phone updated, so there's a lot of changes on my phone that I'm still discovering. And anyhow, the encouragement you guys have been giving us has been great. For me, it helps me get along because my days are kind of busy and kind of chaotic, and I know Jeri Ann right now needs a lot of support, a lot of help, a lot of encouragement. She wants to do a lot of things, but she just doesn't have the I wouldn't say not the desire, because she has the desire. It's just she doesn't have the get up, the gumption, whatever you want to put it. She has it up in her brain what she wants to do. It's just physically and emotionally she is having difficulty doing it. So your continued support towards her, especially, is much appreciated. For me, like I said, I have a lot of things. I have a job. Granted, it's only 5 to 6 hours a day, which is not enough. Financially, it's not enough. Work-wise, Jeri asked me the other day, are you happy with 5 hours a day? And I was kind of like, yes and no. Yes, in the fact that I feel a sense of I'm doing something to help my family along financially, but at the same time, I'm not getting enough hours to help along financially. And then there's the yes factor of, yes, I'm enjoying 5 hours right now because then I can come home and do my best to do things around here. But a lot of times when I come home, I come into the house, and because I'm sensitive to emotions and sensitive to other people's mental status and things like that, I come home and instantaneously, and I'm not trying to belittle my wife's issues or anything like that, but I come home and I see and sense her emotions and her, the only way I can say is negative energy, because of the factor of the state of mind she's in. So it kind of brings me down a little bit, and it makes it hard for me to cut through the thickness of the emotions and what's going on to be. I mean, I am trying my best. I'm trying to pick myself up so I can pick up my wife. But sometimes when I've had a busy, stressful day at work, which it's been lately, I come home and I'm tired. And I don't even want to cook dinner, but I do my best to cook dinner. I do my best to take care of things around the house, including things like laundry, and mom does dishes as much as she can, and just little things around the house that unfortunately are a constant when you have possessions. You have to take care of your mail, you have to take care of um, the house, the people in the house, the whole 9 yards. And I have no issues with that. What I'm having problems with is because of the fact that I'm so overwhelmed. And I don't have the same circle of friends or same circle of people that Jeri Ann has to reach out, to talk to them, to release as much as she can with friends and family. So I appreciate the encouragement and all the positive messages I've been getting from viewers. But I know we both need especially me, need to seek a counselor or a professional or somebody who's not going to just push drugs on me. That's one of the reasons why I don't go to a mainstream psychiatrist, because I don't want the drugs. I don't want antidepressants or antipsychotics or any of those things. I've had them before. And to be honest with you, granted, medicines have changed over the last 35 years. So things could be different. But the artificial chemicals and the way my body reacts to the artificial chemicals in any drug, um, sometimes they're beneficial, sometimes they can build up a toxicity level that could be potentially dangerous. And at my age, with all my other health issues that I currently have, I don't need that. The stress alone right now is already causing joint issues and blood pressure issues and other issues that I have to try to maintain to have a good life, to have a healthy life, to maintain my current health, even though currently my health is a little, yeah. But I've been watching TikTok. Now, a lot of people either don't know what TikTok is or just don't like TikTok, whatever it is. If you know what it is, and that's great. But there's a lot of funny things on TikTok that I watch that help lighten my mood because the fact that it's funny. Even if some of it is a little bit on the dark side, but it's still funny to me. So that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to deal with life. And unfortunately, especially on work days, it's not always easy for me to come in here and do a vlog pre or post work. Today's a little bit different because the factor, Jerry realizes I need to do this because it also helps me relieve some of my issues by talking about them. That and a factor, one of us needs to be trying to make some extra money, through YouTube, because she has not been, and I'm not, again, not putting her down, not belittling the situation, but she just has not been in the frame of mind. I just haven't had the time. So she's allowing me, well, not allowing me, because I can make the time. I can say, hey, look, I have to do this, otherwise, why are we doing it? But it's been a hectic almost 3 weeks. Has it been 3 weeks? Yeah, 2.5 to 3 weeks now. And granted, when we did come home, I said I was going to give her 2 weeks, but I'm going to give her as much time as she wants. If she wants to take the rest of the year to get back in the saddle, or however you want to put it, that's fine. I do have to try to find ways to get her going on YouTube again, as soon as possible, because she makes more money than I do, which that's fine. But one of the things that I realized today is I'm gonna have to probably look for either a better job that's making me more money or giving me more time on the clock to make more money, or one thing I don't want to do is get a second part-time job until things start to balance out. That last time I had two part-time jobs when we first moved to Missouri, I was a total train wreck. One, I didn't have time to do anything at home. It was go to my afternoon job, which was like 2 p.m. to 9, 10 p.m. closing, have enough time to come home, change clothes, run to my second job, which was nighttime, like 11 p.m. to 4 o'clock in the morning. Then come home, catch a cat nap, and then go back to my second job. No, I could not do that. I can't do that no more. Physically, mentally, I could not do that anymore. That in fact, it was the worst thing I could do for my health, because I was either eating crap food or nothing. I would literally go a day with like one meal, one crap meal. And that was either fast food or sushi. Which, granted, sushi is not crap, but Burger King, Burger King, Taco Bell, that's just not exactly good for my system. So I'd rather look for a full-time job, hopefully days, but if it's overnights because the gas stations are full-time and places like that, so be it. I have to do what I have to do to help my family. Um, so that's what's on my mind, the things going on. I got 2 surprises today. One of them wasn't really a surprise because the fact that I knew I was going to get it. Those of you who don't know that I do this when I can, and this year I sent them what I could at one time donation, but I like to give to, I don't know if you can read that, the Nature Conservatory, because they help wildlife. They help wildlife. They work with the government trying to protect wildlife and protect habitat for wildlife. So I gave them a donation, and they sent me this nice little messenger bag. It has a little zipper on the front, so you can put stuff in a front pocket. Comes with a basically over-the-shoulder strap. Nice strap. Excuse me for a second. Oh, okay. Piece of hair. And then it's got a nice front pouch for stuff. A mesh pouch for like a water bottle. So you can use this for hiking. And then it's got this nice big main compartment for whatever. Notepad, sketch pad, map, whatever you think you need. It's a nice little shoulder. It's a nice little, like I said, it's a nice little messenger bag. And of course on the front it's got, Nature Conservative embroidered onto it, which I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I'll find a use for it. I might even just start using it to take healthy snacks or lunches or something to munch at work. Something like that. Notepad and pen so I can write down notes and whatnot. I know everybody nowadays is using like their iPhones or their cell phones or digital devices for various things like that. I'm still old school. I am still very old school where I like a pad of paper and a pen to jot down notes. Things like that. Now, before I tell you the second thing that I got that was a surprise, it's an early birthday gift. And my wife was going to basically hold on to it and hide it until my birthday. But she she guessed correctly, with all the things that I'm going through, all the things we're going through, all the stresses and whatnot. And she's been letting me play my video games and whatnot. At nighttime before we go to bed for a good hour and a half, 2 hours. She bought me something that I wanted. I've been wanting since shortly after I got the PS4. And at the time, I had a headset. Yes, I said the word headset. Hold on for it. If any of you have geeks, game players, computer savvy people, let them watch this. But now, I had an old headset that was universal. It was wired. It had a jack, the whole 9 yards. But for an early birthday present, Jeri and I surprised me with a headset. A wireless headset with all the bells and whistles. Now, she's not going to let me see the price because she got it at Kohl's. And knowing her, she probably got it for a bargain. But it is literally Turtle Beach's Stealth 600 second generation amplified gaming headset wireless. It has 15 hours worth of battery life. It is glasses friendly. In other words, if you wear glasses to game, and it has amplified hearing. So it says superhuman hearing. So basically, I will be able to hear literally every detail that the game has to provide. Adjustable fit for better sound. It has I don't. They're charging right now, so I don't have them with me. It has basically a flip down microphone that basically, when you're not in use, you basically flip it up so it literally tucks into the housing for the headset. So there's no chance of you accidentally stepping and breaking on the mic. I have easy access controls, powerful amplified hearing. So I gotta adjust, make sure the hearing is, and it connects with a mini USB jack that basically plugs into the game console. Now it says for PS4, but I have a feeling that also works with Nintendo Switch. Does not say anything about working with Xbox. Originally, it's designed for PlayStation, works with the Switch. Hey, you know what? Even if I have to use my old headphones for the Xbox 360, which I don't play that much that often anymore, that's fine. But there was a box. We got 4 packages. This game set, my messenger pouch from Nature Conservatory, and 2 from Pampered Chef. Now, if anybody knows Jeri and follows Jeri and on YouTube and Facebook, and I don't remember all the other ones. I think she does some posting on Snapchat, Snap, whatever it's called. You might have heard about the Pampered Chef party that she had, the virtual Pampered Chef party, and because of all the people who were at the party and ordered stuff and whatnot, we had gotten we got points basically for purchases, and we had bought a pot and pan set, and some other kitchen gadgets and whatnot. Well, the kitchen gadgets and whatnot, the other stuff besides the pan set just arrived. So I can't wait to get into that because I know, because I was there when Jeri Ann was ordering the stuff. I know a lot of it is not just for Jeri, it's for both of us. It's for our kitchen, it's for our cooking and whatnot. We made pork chops tonight. We made what was called Polynesian pork chops. You'd have to go to Jeri Ann's YouTube page to see it, because I wasn't really in at the time. Before Jeri Ann gave me this package, this beautiful, lovely, will be used to all kinds of gaming enjoyment. I was not doing so good when I got home. I was a little down, melancholy, just felt like, bleh, I don't care. Whatever's for dinner, we'll make it, well, whatever. I wasn't really in the mood to deal with anything. Yesterday was just as bad, if not, well, actually, yesterday was worse. And we ended up doing pizza. Cheat night, basically, is what I'm going to call it, because it was carbs and gluten and sugar, and, well, not really that bad, because what we got for dinner was, Mom got her plain wings, Jeri Ann got some buffalo wings and plain wings mixed together, as well as a thin crust, which means less carbs for her. It was an Alfredo sauce chicken and mushroom pizza, and I got for myself beef and not beef. Excuse me, I'll take that back. Italian sausage and roasted red pepper on a hand-tossed crust. And then Mom and I split um, Domino's cheesy bread, which I only had a small piece because there was a lot of cheese on that bread, and I just didn't want to have my stomach go south on me the next morning because I had to work. So today's dinner was basically a Polynesian pork chop with broccoli and cauliflower rice for me and Jeri. Mom made herself she makes batches of rice and then saves these small cups in the freezer. So all she has to do is let them defrost, then run water on them to, I guess, wash out any extra starches and throw in the microwave. But that was today. Jeri was right. Jeri was right that I needed a little bit of joy in my life, and getting this was enough joy to make my night better. The other thing I have here next to me, which Jeri Ann bought, she only used once, and we took it to New York with us, and didn't really use it in New York because neither one of us really did a vlog. Well, I did one that just we're not going to talk about. It is basically has the suction cup on the bottom. We still have the plastic on it, which means we haven't really used it. But it is a telescoping, I'm just going to do this. The telescoping phone holder. So you can do videotapes, and this rotates. You can do videos with it. And it's portable, it collapses. It's easier to use than me trying to take my tripod, even though my tripod is small compared to her big thing that she has. I wanted to try to do this tonight, but it was giving me issues, and I didn't want to take the plastic off, but I think I'm going to next time I'm going to use it, because I want it to be more flexible than what I have currently, which I'll show you. I'll show it in a different video. One of the things that's been happening since we got home, besides the melancholy and the depression and the whole rigmarole that happens when you lose a family member, I don't want to call them fights, because they're not really fights. They're more, we're having issues. And the issues aren't really like, I'm so upset with you, get out of my life type issues. It's more like, I understand what she's going through, even though she thinks I don't. Yes, I don't have siblings to lose, but when you're a teenager and you lose 4 family members in a very short space of time, 18 months to be exact, you feel just like dead inside, especially after the 4th one. Like her brother, I had like her brother, I had 2 family members. Well, actually, all 3 of them. No, 2 out of the 4 were unexpected. My Aunt Helen, or my mom's Aunt Helen, my grandmother was not exactly expected, but they were older. They had lived a nice long life. My father was kind of like, I knew that he would eventually die, and I knew in the back of my brain, even as a teenager, that him not taking care of his health was going to be an issue. Now, when it happened and how it happened was the surprise. His sister, my Aunt Helen, well, let's just put it this way. I did not know Aunt Helen very well. Not Aunt Helen, I'm sorry. That was my mom's aunt. My Aunt Kay, my dad's sister Kay. Ouch, excuse me. She had lived a life. She was a couple years older than my father, but she was the worst out of the siblings. But she was also the last one out of the siblings to pass. She had survived multiple heart bypasses and strokes, just all kinds of things to do with her heart and her blood pressure. And we all used to say, especially after she passed, was the only reason why she survived so long was because of my father. So I know the pain of losing people who are close. Um, I still have issues with, you know, the four who died, my cousin who passed away, who was a year and a half older than me, from something that could have been prevented if the doctors had caught it in time. The first doctor screwed the pooch, excuse the terminology, and then ended up getting sued for malpractice. But that's beside the point. Michelle, out of my four cousins of my generation, out of my mom's side of the family, my dad's side of the family, most of my cousins are older, except for their new generation. They're my second cousins. Um, Granted, I unlike the other two, my other two cousins from my aunt, Michelle and Philip were from my uncle. I wasn't very close to him, not because of the factor that I did not. Well, put it this way: the reason why I wasn't so close to him is my father was in the military, so we did not get the chance to live together and grow up together. Um, the other four, the others basically up until the '80s grew up pretty much in the same in the same region or part of St. Louis. So, but Michelle, out of all of them, even Philip now, I felt closer to than I do my other two cousins. Why? Don't know. Couldn't explain it. Maybe it's because, well, Philip is actually the youngest, and Michelle was older than me by a year, by at least 6 months to a year. Um, so I don't know. Maybe because the fact that we were closer in age bracket. Philip's about 6 months younger than I am. Michelle is about 6 months to a year older than I am. You know, don't know. But we deal with loss in our own different ways. When my grandmother passed away, I grieved because she kind of helped spoil me, even though she didn't see me as much as the other four. Um, my cousins, on the other hand, weren't very. They didn't show the sorrow and the grief that I was showing, and it bothered me. Um, but with this situation that we're dealing with now, especially Jeri, she's dealing it more with it harder than I am. I get caught up, and I remember everything, all my feelings, all my grief from every funeral I've had to deal with. So granted, when her father passed away, my capacity to deal with it and my helping out with everything else was a lot better than this. And I think the reason why, and this is my opinion, I think the reason why I was able to handle my father-in-law's death better than I can my brother-in-law is because the fact that we knew it was going to happen. He was in and out of hospitals and in and out of care programs for almost 2 years before it finally happened. So it wasn't one of those instantaneously gut punch impacts from a unexpected death. But I'm trying my best to hold strong and do what I can to help out with Jeri. Now there are days like yesterday and today where the stresses of work and the chaos of work and then coming home and dealing with the stresses of home and all the things that need to be done around here, it takes its toll. And I've broken down multiple occasions. Excuse me, my nose is clogging. But yeah, we and when I say we, I don't mean me and Jerry. I mean we as in men are. Yeah, we're viewed by the world as supposed to be being the strong type. Men have feelings. Men have emotions. We're not brutes. We're not just like drones. Um, Even soldiers, and I've seen this, even military personnel break down when they lose a brother or sister. And I don't mean a biological brother or sister, I mean a soldier in arms, a brother or sister in arms. Service men and women are trained to do their jobs, and they're trained to do the best that they can do. But even the hardcore Marines, they're human. They break down too. And anybody who watches this video decides to belittle me or any other male person or soldier for their emotions, I'm going to say this: get bent. And if you don't know what that means, ask a Brit for the term, the translation. But yeah, if you think that I should just pull up my big boy pants and deny my emotions and my sorrow, get bent. Because I'm sorry, even a stone can bleed. And if you don't understand that terminology, look it up. Because I don't care how strong you think you are. I don't care, as I was saying before my alarm went off, I don't care how strong you think you are, or how capable you think you are of denying your emotions. Everybody has them, and I can tell you this right now from 49 years worth of experience. The more you bottle that shit up, the more negative that gets, and the more destructive it can get. Because I tried to bottle it up for my family when my 4 family members passed away. And you know what that did to me? That sent me into not only a manic depression to the point where I wanted to basically just die and off myself, but because of other people or other situations, I also wanted to basically remove certain people from the face of the planet. So I was diagnosed with manic depression, with suicidal and homicidal tendencies. And I was pumped full of drugs to the point where they could not pump me full, or pump any more drugs in me without the chance of killing me. And I didn't care back then. I'm not letting that happen now, because the fact that I've got a wife to deal with, I've got a mother to deal with, I've got a house to deal with, I got a life to deal with. I cannot bottle that shit up anymore, because the fact that my past says no, 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 no. It is basically dangerous. And I'm already having enough issues with society and with this country and with the whole how America especially is acting or treating the pandemic. So if you think I should just grow up, or you think I need to pull on my big boy pants, go get bent. I'm going to end my rant. I'm going to close this whole video, compile the 3 or 4 videos I had to make because of my alarm system, let me know I need to go take my blood pressure, and basically say, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments that are going to be more helpful than a hindrance, please put them in your comments. If you react in the way I've had people react, basically saying that, how dare I tell you what to put in my comments? I'm not telling you what you can and cannot put in the comments. I'm asking for constructive, beneficial, helpful encouragement, not negativity. If you're new to my channel and you choose to join my channel, and I would suggest you watch other videos before doing that, because the fact of this is a mixed bag of nuts for a video. But yeah, I'm going to bid you all a good night, and I'll see you next time around. Bye.